Thank you all so much for tuning in to Town and Country. I'm your host, Alicia Lewis. Happy Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Listen, I am introducing you to the managing director of Dream of Drea. She is originally from Albany, Georgia, and has previously worked for Paramount Studios in Los Angeles. So she has a new film showing at the AMC in Albany. So let's chat with her and have some coffee and conversation. All right, Drea, welcome home.
Hello.
How are you? Welcome to Town and Country. How are you doing today?
I am great, and it is not often that I get a chance to say, hey, Miss Lewis.
Hey, Miss Lewis.
Yes, and to be in this position and to receive questions.
Yes.
Normally, I'm the person that's providing the questions.
That's
so
right.
I'm so happy to sit next to you and to
that's
chat about this
production
project that I'm having.
Yeah. So let's just get right into it. So you have a movie production that's going to be shown at the AMC in Albany. So can you tell us some details about what it is, what is it about, those type of things?
All right, so the Delilah Factor is a story that follows a woman by the name of Omega. In this story, she's having just a rough day. She was recently laid off, and the day that the story picks up is also the day that her first child's birthday happens, but unfortunately that child died a couple of months later, and she starts to spiral thinking about her other pregnancies that have all failed. She takes IVF to try to get pregnant, and that story is actually a friend of mine. That's a real story. She has gone through multiple pregnancies, and it just hasn't happened with her. So Omega, in her journey, she's just having a rough day. She takes an herb that was given to her by her friend to help her to ease the pain. And she misuses this herb to the point that she goes on a hallucinogenic journey.
Wow.
So in this journey, she's paired with a very unlikely spirit. And with that spirit, they must help women, real women, go to the light themselves. Women like Marilyn Monroe and Phyllis Wheatley, who their spirits are still lingering.
Yeah.
So in this story, this unlikely duo must help these real spirits move on to the light, and if they can, by the timeline, they can return to, well, with Omega, she can return to living. And with the other spirit, she doesn't have to go to purgatory.
Wow.
So it's kind of an adventure story. It's a dramedy. It's got a supernatural element to it, but definitely something that is not often talked about as far as IVF and what that means to a woman who is experiencing that type of challenge.
Gotcha. Now you have tons of experience in the entertainment industry,
Yes.
From working at Paramount in LA.
That's right.
How does it feel to bring a production back home to your hometown?
It's great as far as the person who owns the company.
That's right.
It's cost effective to come to Albany. I was initially planning to shoot exclusively in Atlanta, but when I started thinking about things and the locations and insurance cost and just all the details that are involved, Albany is a great place. The sites here are amazing. I was able to go to some locations that are just stunning places. So I'm so glad that I was able to come back here, work with amazing artists in the community. So for those who see this film, they're going to see some familiar faces, a multitude of ethnicities, and I'm just so happy that I'll be able to share this experience at AMC Albany.
Yeah, and so when is the official release date?
September 21st,
Okay.
Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. And working with AMC has been incredible, as they have allowed me not only to screen it, but to allow space for me to share the journey.
Yeah.
I'll be open to sharing details of what it takes to work in Hollywood. I've lived and worked in Los Angeles, lived and worked in New York. I've worked in front of the camera, behind the camera, on stage, off stage. I mean, I'm an equity member, which is the association that allows for actors to perform on Broadway. I'm credentialed to perform on Broadway. And I've worked a lot of positions in nearly 20 years since graduating from here. And I will say that I graduated from the best high school around, which is the Monroe Comprehensive High School, and proud Tornado. And I was able to just go from there, really.
Gotcha. Okay. And so that is so awesome. And I love that you are bringing, your knowledge that you learned from your journey back to your hometown. That's awesome.
Right.
Giving back.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to play a quick game since you
Okay.
are in the entertainment industry and you're a movie producer and things like that. So I have a list of movies.
All
it's going to be
right.
a rapid fire this or that. All right.
Get ready.
You ready?
Here. Get ready.
All right. So starting off, Love and Basketball or Brown Sugar?
Brown Sugar. The soundtrack. I love that soundtrack.
Yep.
I mean, I can play some songs from that soundtrack, which makes a difference. That music
It does.
element
It really does.
elevated the story.
All right. Toy Story or Home Alone?
Toy Story. I mean, you can't go wrong with Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
Okay.
The dynamic duo there. I need them.
Okay. All right. And I read that you have some experience in theater, so I put a play. So Why Did I Get Married, the play, or Why Did I Get Married, the movie?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to say the movie.
The movie?
The movie.
Okay.
I mean, the experience of seeing it live is one thing, but it's something about being in a dark room and so many people are just enjoying this experience that has been pre-planned and everything has been strategically worked out. There are so many sets that can happen on a film production that you just can't get in live, but I prefer the movie version of that one.
Okay.
There are some other plays that I need to see live.
Okay.
But between those two titles, I want to see the movie.
All right. I got one more.
Yes, ma'am.
ATL or Stump the Yard?
ATL.
You're a Delta.
I am indeed. I am a member of the illustrious Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And yes, I am a Delta, proud of it. And yes, having T.I. and all of them, yes, ATL, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, there you have it. You went through the rapid game, so thank you so much for playing with us today. All right, well, tell our viewers where we can go ahead and find more information about Miss Drea.
More information is at www.dreamofdrea.com. That is DreamOfDrea.com, because you cannot have a dream without a Drea. And I must say that I would not have been successful on this journey without my parents. Alfonso and Valerie Lewis, I'm so grateful that you are my parents. But let's go for the dream. Let's go purchase tickets, and I'll see you Saturday, September 21st at AMC Albany.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
for
me.
having
It's
me.
been a pleasure. All right, we'll have all this information posted on our website at WALB.com. We're going to take a quick break.